Wow, you finally made it to Japan and you get to try all the really good konbini foods like fami chicken, onigiri, and more. You also get to check out a bunch of different canned coffees, different types of teas. There's lots of things to try, especially in the konbinis. At some point, you might find yourself with a big bag of trash and nowhere to throw it away as you're walking through a nice park, trying to commute to your next place to hang out, or just hanging out in the city in general, and you'll notice there's no trash cans anywhere. Where are the trash cans? And if you're like me, you're definitely not gonna throw the trash on the street because that would be a bad thing to do, right? It would be a really bad thing for you to leave your trash in the street. Who does that? And this is the part of your trip that most foreigners, whether moving here or traveling here, get stuck on. I often found myself searching far and wide all over Tokyo to look for trash cans, and come to find out there just isn't any most of the time. This ended up me carrying around a lot of bags of trash, either tying it to my backpack, carrying it in my hand, closing it up and stuffing it in my backpack, or just really lost trying to look for some place to throw something away before giving up. Most of the time, I ended up just taking it back to my Airbnb or my hotel and throwing it away in there because that was just the easiest option. Now, there's two things I want to discuss in this video, and both things kind of took me a little while to learn and understand. First thing, why there aren't that many public trash cans, and the second thing is where you can find public trash cans. Believe it or not, Tokyo did used to have a lot of public trash cans, and they changed that in 1995 after a domestic terror attack where people carrying sharpened umbrellas walked into train stations in Kasumigaseki area and they popped bags filled with the very deadly gas and released that all over the train stations and in trains, and that caused a panic. Of course, this very scary, dangerous situation. A lot of people were hurt in that, and come to find out that that toxic gas was actually banned 2 years prior and classified as a chemical weapon. In my research for this video, I also read that Japan's trash services being free, not like most of the world where there is some sort of a cost with that, means that having a lot of public trash cans around the city and in different areas would end up being very expensive for the city because no one's paying for this service. It's relying on government funding in order to take care of cleaning up all the trash. I also read that due to the labor shortage that Japan is experiencing, this might just not even be possible to have a bunch of public trash cans that people would go and collect because there's just not enough people anymore. And that problem is only posed to get worse as the population keeps on declining and no one's looking for those jobs. So now that you know a little bit about why there isn't a lot of public trash cans, let me tell you where you can find public trash cans. Finding trash cans in Tokyo or just throughout Japan is actually not that hard once you know where to look. It took me a while to realize where all these things were, and some of them were told to me by my wife at the time, who was my girlfriend, and who was like, oh, well, let me help you throw that away. Like, this is where you could go to throw that away, all this stuff. And then I realized, oh, there actually is a decent amount of public trash cans. You just have to look, and they're typically not just outside on the corner. Although if you go to Harajuku, you can find outside trash cans, but they're usually full of trash. Now, in my opinion, the best place for public trash cans are actually the konbini. However, there's kind of a trick with that. They don't really want you just taking in random trash and throwing it away at the konbini. So if you, like me, love getting fami chicken or onigiri or things at the konbini, you should get it there, consume it outside of that konbini, and then take that trash, put it in the trash can, and go on with your day. If you take it and carry it all over the city, take it to a park, now you might end up with a bag of trash that you will feel a little awkward about trying to go into a konbini to throw it away. And it's kind of not seen as good to just throw all your random trash away there. So be aware that maybe one day a staff would ask you not to do that. If you do have small amounts of other trash though, I think it would be polite to buy a water or something like that and then dispose of your trash, where I could see maybe less of a problem with that. Next, public parks. Public parks do sometimes have trash cans, although I haven't seen too many and there's not a whole lot at the parks that I have seen them. They do have them there and you can find stuff in there. And if you're at a public park and you're looking for a trash can, here's a hint. Go near the restroom. Near the restrooms or near the vending machines, which are usually kind of around the same place, is where you're gonna find the trash cans. Next to vending machines, you're often gonna find the trash can or recycling bin for bottles and cans, which I think is hilarious because even though they separate which side is for cans and which side is for bottles, it's the same bag. I don't know what the point of that is. And the last one, which I think is kind of the weirdest one in my opinion, is train stations. Given our earlier topic about why trash cans aren't really readily available all over Japan, with the 1995 incident, you would think that there wouldn't be a lot of trash cans in the train stations, but funny enough, that is actually a pretty good place to find trash cans. So if you're ever in need to throw something away, go to the train station, have a look around, and I'm sure that you'll find a trash can somewhere inside. Again, be aware that you're looking at actual trash and not that you're throwing it away in a recycling bin on accident. Not speaking from experience or anything. Finally though, to wrap up this video, my advice for you when you travel to Tokyo or Japan in general is to bring a small plastic bag with you, or when you buy something from the konbini, request that plastic bag and use that or keep it on you for the times when you do have trash and you can't find a trash can. That way it's easy for you to hold the trash, because nobody wants to put the greasy Femi chicken bag just in their pocket or inside their bag. It's gonna make a gross mess. Nobody wants to do that. Food trash, it's dirty, right? Hope you guys enjoyed my video about trash cans in Japan and where to find them. Hope to see you guys again soon, and please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you want to see more content on Japan, especially retro gaming, road trips, drone videos, or just general topics on Japan like this one. Hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.